Welcome in, Sixers fans, to our Game 4 watch party here on 76ers Now, which is, of course, presented by Prize Picks. The Sixers at home once again, looking to even the series at 2 games apiece following Boston's win in Philly in Game 3 on Friday. But some big-time breaking news. For those of you who do not know, Joel Embiid is back. He will start tonight at center for the Philadelphia 76ers. He is back from the injury, from the appendectomy, and he will play for the first time in this series against the Boston Celtics. To say I'm shocked is an understatement. I didn't really think there was a chance that he was going to be back at all in this series, much less be back by Game 4. Embiid last played on April 6th, but he is all smiles right now as he went through warm-up. He was listed as doubtful earlier in the day. That has changed to questionable, and then he went through warm-ups, and he is a full go, and he will start for the Sixers. I can't believe it, but I am pumped up. I am excited to see this Sixers team with Embiid out there, a full-strength Sixers team now as they take on Boston here in game number 4, a game that they really have to win, right? Given the fact you go down 3-1 to Boston, going to be tough to win 3 straight games against a team like the Celtics. So we are about 30 minutes away from tip-off here in Game 4 at Xfinity Mobile Arena. About 7:12 p.m. is when this one will get started. Celtics were about 8-point favorites heading into the game. Well, that might have changed now a little bit given the fact that Joel Embiid is going to go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Harbin Jones, Marilyn Severino Santos, Naheem Irwin, of course, in the building. King Javier is in the building. Tyman the Buckeye as well. I see my mom in the chat. Peter in the building. Typing those Sixers. Reacting to Joel Embiid returning. I cannot wait to watch him play basketball, man. The Fleas in the building. Y'all better not disrespect the process again. People are hating, man, but he's back. He's ready to finally take down the Celtics. This is exciting stuff. Q Genius in the building. My dad in the chat as well. Let's get it. Let's go. We got 40 people watching live. Again, about 30 minutes until this one does get underway. If you're excited that Joel Embiid is back and will play tonight, and if you want the Sixers to beat the Boston Celtics, I need you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the stream. Come on, man. Get fired up. And as Naheem Irwin says down there, sub 4 dubs. Jones Zone in the building. Welcome to the Jones Zone. Embiid is back. Smitty L. Loden. I love it. I love it. You don't want to go to the Jones Zone. I'll tell you that. Chipola Abraham will win tonight. Who's winning the series, man? If Embiid looks good tonight and the Sixers can come out with a big win, I'd give them a pretty good chance to win the series. If Embiid does look good. Sixers are wearing the throwback jerseys. And yes, Channing, Embiid is playing tonight. He is starting tonight. We'll see what the workload looks like in terms of the minutes and obviously, you know, how good he actually looks when he's out there. He's got a pretty significant wrap around his midsection. Not sure if he'll be playing with that or not. I doubt it. But it'll be Maxey, VJ, Oubre, Paul George, and Joel Embiid, your starting lineup with Embiid back in the fold. Crazy, man. Just a little over 2 weeks since he had that surgery. The appendectomy. And he's going to go. No Horford. Embiid should cook. He's going to drop 40 on the Celtics. Got to watch them Jaylen Brown elbows. Yeah, look. Boston knows, you know, he's dealing with that injury, you know, the oblique, that area. They're maybe not going to go directly after it, but they're not going to hold back, driving in on Embiid, you know, guarding him in different ways. And so he'll have to be careful, man. Are you nervous? I am nervous, man. I said, you know, in my video on Friday before Game 3 that if Embiid did return either on Friday or today, of course, as he is returning tonight, you know, I just don't know how he's going to look. It's a dangerous injury to play through. So, look, they deemed he's ready to go, so he's ready to go. But, man, I am a little bit concerned about what he might look like. But I'll be hoping for the best, man. I'll be hoping for the best. Embiid back in action. All right, more comments coming through. We will continue to preview this game over the next 30 minutes in the lead up to tip-off at about 7:12 p.m. Eastern between Boston and Philadelphia. So do not go anywhere. We got a lot to talk about. And, of course, once the game starts, live play-by-play audience interaction and a whole lot more. Before we do that, though, I want to give a big shout-out to today's presenting sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Playoff basketball is here, and there's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Very easy to use the app. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you choose flex play. You can choose power play, depending which route you want to go, and you are on your way. With their new social feeds feature, you can follow your friends on the Prize Picks app, copy lineups with a single click. You can also give me a follow on the Prize Picks app. At JChip is my username on there. And you can see my lineups before I even have them available here on the show. And speaking of my lineups, this is what I'm rocking with here in this game for 6x multiplier, $10 to win 60. Derrick White less than 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Peyton Pritchard less than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Tyrese Maxey more than 38 points, rebounds, and assists. That is how the more or less game works. And right now, we have a great offer for new users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. Again, code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link hanging out in the chat and in the description of today's live show. All right, man. Let's get the comment section rolling a little bit. Where are you watching from? Let me know. With about 26 minutes to go until this game gets underway. Giving shout-outs to everybody in the chat right now. Naheem, how do you feel about Makai Lemon being an Eagle? Love it, man. I absolutely love it. The trade up, him falling, how he going up getting his guy. I love Makai Lemon as a player. Blake Alford's hating in the chat. No hate allowed around here, man. No hate around here. Q Genius, no pun intended. JoJo knows the process is on the line. Trust. Yeah, this is, look, one of the last chances I think this Sixers team will have with this core. If they want to make a run, it's got to start in this game, man. You got to look good. Young OG Embiid, my MVP. Do we get an MVP version of Embiid tonight? We will have to wait and see. Naheem watching from Philly. The Fleas watching from China. Shout out to the Fleas. Also says the Knicks versus Sixers second round. That would be absolutely electric. I would love it. Although, you know, that series between the Hawks and the Knicks, I believe, is 2-2 apiece, right? So we'll see. We will see. Cyprin Civic, watching from Clarksville, Tennessee. Shout out to you. 40 people watching. Continue to let me know where you're watching from down below in the comment section, in the live chat. And let's have a night, man. Let's have a night. Unstoppable lineup. Yes, and we'll show those starting lineups here in just a moment. But first, let's go through kind of some of my game notes, things to watch out for as we head into this game. And I got to change one of them because when I put this together earlier today, I didn't think Embiid was going to play. But he is going to give it a go. So Boston, of course, leads the series 2-1 with Boston winning that game 3 on Friday. So a big opportunity for the Sixers to tie the series back up. You don't want to go back to Boston for a game 5 down 3-1. In that game, Boston 15 offensive rebounds, 23 pointers made. That can't happen again. And Embiid is going to play, baby. Come on, Coop. Come on, Coop.
Let's go.
He's going to give it a go. There he is warming up. He has a big wrap around his side. Oh, man, it's sketchy. It's sketchy. Could you do me a favor, actually? You can just fill this up for me. Legend. 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Let's go. Let's go. Would it be sad if we were tied again? I hope we're tied again after tonight. That's the goal here, man. That's the goal here. Blake, fake. They will start at 7:10. Yeah, I got the countdown clock going until 7:12 is about when they're going to tip off this game. So about 23 minutes. But again, Embiid going to give it a go. We'll see what he looks like, man. We'll see what he looks like. It kind of feels to me like the Sixers looked at this game and said, you know what? We have to win this game. Tie it up tonight. You can't go down 3-1. His what? That's insane. Mine's like a 7.5 right now. A 9. He's crazy. Delusional Celtics fan, as per usual. Shout out my guy Coop, though. But my guy Smitty, running the Celtics stream, says he has a 9 confidence. I just can't get there, man. I don't get how he sees Embiid coming back. He's so confident. The Celtics haven't looked all that good in this series. Thoughts on the Sixers' future? Like I'm all in on this current playoff run right now. When we get there, we get there. Whenever the season comes to an end, hopefully it's no time soon. But for now, just focus on this playoff run and what they can do to beat Boston. And Naheem says, what are your keys to victory against the Celtics? So again, I put these here as some talking points. Boston in that Game 3 victory, 15 offensive rebounds, 23 pointers made. Those are 2 massive keys to the series where the Sixers have done a pretty good job in the first 2 games of limiting the offensive rebounds and not giving the Celtics a ton of good looks from 3. Unfortunately, Boston in that Game 3 grabbed a lot of offensive rebounds and got a lot of threes up and hit them at a pretty good rate. And so you can't let them play that offensive rebound 3 game or else they're going to run you out of the building. Now, even that being said, it was only an 8-point game, right? And the Sixers still had a chance, a big chance, to win Game 3 at the end. And so that's why I say, the Celtics haven't been all that impressive, but you absolutely cannot allow them to hit the glass like that. That'll be a big key, with Embiid and with the injury, especially this year as a whole, even before this current injury he's dealing with and the appendectomy and the oblique and all that. It's he doesn't always, go all out for rebounds and all that. So it's going to have to be a team effort, man. Kelly Oubre as well, of note, was listed as questionable coming into today with a groin injury, but he is also available to play. And so we can take a look here at the starting lineups. I'll have to add Embiid to it because, again, I was just not expecting this to be the case. Q Genius getting in the chat right now. Kelly on Jaylen, Paul George on Tatum worked well in Game 2. They reverted that matchup in Game 3. I want to see them get back to that. Yeah, for sure. And look, you got to throw different bodies at these guys, right? Guys as good as Tatum and Brown are, you have to give them different looks throughout the game, or else they'll figure out what you're doing and they'll be able to take advantage. But I do think that the Sixers have the bodies they can throw at Tatum, at Brown. Tatum had not been spectacular scoring the ball in the first couple of games. Then he was pretty good last game. Obviously hit the big-time shots. Jaylen Brown's been really good all series long. Outside of those 2 guys, though, it hasn't been a whole lot for Boston. There hasn't been a whole lot of offensive success. Now, Peyton Pritchard did get going a little bit in Game 3, and so you want to make sure that doesn't happen. But it's really what I'm looking out for here. Naheem says, no turnovers, don't foul any shooters, got to play discipline. Tyrese Maxey talked about it, right? It's a lot of the little things. A lot of the little things that cost them Game 3. Right? Giving up the offensive rebounds, turning the ball over, not dialing in on the fine little details. So got to do that here in game number 4 if you want a chance to tie this series up, make it a best of 3 with Embiid, and hopefully he looks good tonight. He stays healthy, and they can get the best of Boston like they did in Game 2. Maryland Severino, I want to tie this series up. If you're with Maryland, let me know in the chat if you want this to be a tied series after tonight. Let me know. Make some noise in the chat. Let your voices be heard. All right, starting lineups coming here in just a moment. In just a moment. Luke, if the Sixers win the series, we have a shot. Yeah, look, if the Sixers can get by Boston, right? We'll see who they. And again, this is looking farther out, but like the Knicks haven't looked amazing, right? They've dropped a couple to the Hawks. That series is 2-2, right? I'm not tripping. Yes, that series is tied 2-2. And then Orlando's up on Detroit. And so, like, there's not a lot in the East that you're like, the Sixers have no shot, right? They have a shot against anybody. Some more shots here of Embiid warming up, taking some free throws. You know, for someone who's labeled as a playoff disappointment in his career, for Embiid to have career averages of 25 and 10 in 59 career playoff games is pretty good. Not quite, you know, the 30-plus he puts up, but yeah, Q genius. The Celtics, probably the toughest test in the East. Some more shots here of Embiid warming up. Looks pretty good. He obviously also still has that brace on his knee. But we will see what happens here tonight. How does he look? How does he look? Cypress Civic, 4-2 Sixers win the series. God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Just imagine being able to beat Boston in this playoff series, man. That would be great. All right, here are your starting lineups for Game 4 for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre will go after being questionable earlier in the day with an adductor groin injury. Paul George and Joel Embiid is back, baby. Let's go. For Boston, Derrick White, Sam Hauser. I got 2 Derrick Whites there. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Neemias Queta is the 5. Alrighty. Yeah, Embiid. They're talking about this on the broadcast right now. Like, Embiid looks to be in pretty good shape, which again is another thing you worry about because with that type of injury he had, you know, the one thing is coming back from the injury and being healthy, but also then getting into good shape and good basketball shape and playoff shape, right? Which is a whole nother thing. Being able to be in a position where you can play a lot of minutes in a high-intensity playoff game. But physically, Embiid looks pretty fit. Obviously, we haven't seen him in almost a month, but he looks pretty good. But we'll see. We will see. We do have a super chat menu here tonight. Everybody here hanging out in the chat, liking the video, subscribed. You're all real ones, and we appreciate you. If you want to go, you know, just the extra mile, kind of like tipping your waiter, tipping your bartender. You want to send in a super chat, a donation. We pop all of them up on screen, so you can send in a message, and we'll show it right here on the show. Every $5 that comes in, I got some Miller Lights ready to get cracking if we want to have a little bit of a party here tonight. Put the party in a watch party. $5 beer, cheers, and then I got a beer bong right next to me. $20 super chats that come in. We'll be doing some beer bongs. All right, man. This is a huge, huge game. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous. Let me know who you got in the chat. PHI for the Sixers. BOS for the Boston Celtics. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. But I'm excited. You know, it's a good nervousness given the fact that we get to see Embiid back out there. So Type those PHIs in the chat if you're rocking with the Sixers. And I'm giving shout-outs to Maryland. Type in those PHIs. Naheem Irwin, Kenneth Jackson, Cypher Civic. My mom as well. Type in those PHIs. Maryland spamming them. Let's go, baby. Fang, type in those PHIs. I love it. I love that I'm not seeing any Bostons in there. Naheem also said F Boston. F the Celtics, man. F the Celtics. I'll be interested to see, too, who gets those first minutes off the bench between Drummond and Bona. Obviously, Bona's been starting. I think Drummond's been better. He's been playing more minutes. So I'm curious where Nurse goes. Does he play Bona? Does he play Drummond? Just have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. First super chat of the night coming in. Shout out to my dad for getting us going here on the show. Lion Fighter in the building. Like and sub. Lion Fighter. Good to see you. Saquon Barkley Glazer as well. How we doing? I'm doing great. You know why? Because Joel Embiid plays basketball tonight. That is why. How many yards and touchdowns for Mekhi Lemon? Thinking that, AJ's probably gone. AJ Brown's probably gone. I'm going to go like 950 yards. He finishes just shy of 1,000 with 7 touchdowns. That'd be good. That'd be a good rookie year. That'd be a good rookie year. Good to see some of you guys from Eagles now. And let's get this super chat popped up and get the beer bong ready to go. Smitty's going for 2,000. Trust. That would be insane. That would be insane. Good surprise with Joel. They win the series and play the Knicks. Let's go Sixers. I would love a Sixers and Knicks series in the second round, but plenty of ways to go until we get there. Got to take care of Boston first. Got to win this game to avoid going down 3-1 and tie this series up. If everyone in the Sixers plays up to their ability, who can beat the Sixers? Look, assuming that everybody in the Sixers is clicking and Embiid's clicking, Maxey's clicking, George is clicking, I think the only teams that I would say can beat them, the Thunder. Unfortunately, the Thunder are still just phenomenal. I don't think Detroit, if the Sixers are playing their best basketball, I don't think Detroit can. No, Boston can. And that's why this is scary, right? This is the matchup. It's a first-round matchup, but I think these could potentially be two of the best teams in the entire Eastern Conference. So Boston, I would say, would have a chance. The Thunder, maybe the Spurs as well, just because of Wemby. But that might be it. I don't think the Knicks are all that good. Fang, this is no longer 2023. Sixers in 7. I love it, man. A potential Game 7 next Friday, or next Saturday, excuse me. That would be just insane. A Game 7 with Embiid, hopefully fully healthy. But maybe, again, let's just wait here tonight and figure it out from there. Q Genius, I cringe every time McCain scores for OKC. Yeah, he hasn't really got it going too much. Hit a couple of shots last game. He hasn't played too much for them in the playoffs. Sixers for the chip. Oh, could you imagine? It's nothing more that I want than the Sixers and Joel Embiid to win a championship. Nothing more that I want than that. All right, let's do this beer bong. Little Miller Lite action. With about 10 minutes to go until this game gets underway. Yep, Naheem, even this series up at 2 games apiece. Reminder, and for those of you who are just joining and you don't know, Joel Embiid is playing, starting for the Sixers here tonight. With that being said, let me get your score predictions down in the chat with Embiid in the lineup. I'm going to go Sixers 123, Celtics 117. 6-point win for Philadelphia. 123-117. Blame my friend Evan if the Sixers lose. He's bad luck. Is he at the game? 107-101 Sixers. Like it. Yeah, all right, well, I'll remember that. If they lose, then I'm blaming it on Evan. I'm blaming it on your boy Evan. Oh, just so clean with the throwback jerseys, hardwood classic court, man. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. 122 to 105 from Maryland. A win is a win? Yeah. The score doesn't truly matter at the end of the day. Dan Reed, 106 to 98 Sixers. Cypress Civic, 121 to 99. Sam Hauser just announced his elementary school in the starting lineups. Oh, man. Fang, 109, 102 Sixers. Yeah, Saquon Barkley Glazer. Mekhi Leonard could absolutely be better than Carnell Tate. Very different skill sets, but... Oh, I got to hear this. They're about to announce the Sixers starting lineup. The roar when Embiid gets called out, it's going to be crazy. And yeah, so Embiid is playing with a massive, massive wrap around his midsection. Obviously, to protect any hits he could take in that area. It's just so sketchy that he even has, if he has to play with that, should he be playing? Doesn't really matter what I think. He is playing. Yeah, that's a great question from Frame McRib. Question is, how many minutes will Embiid be able to play? Nurse was asked earlier if Embiid does play, what will the minutes look like? Nurse said, I have no idea. Daver Jones in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. 62 people watching live. As you come in here, hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream. Free coverage. Sixers versus Celtics. Play-by-play audience interaction. And we do some drinking here on the program as well. I got to hear them announce. They're announcing the starting lineups now, though. I got to hear this roar for Embiid. Embiid doing his vintage celebration as the crowd erupts, as Joel Embiid is announced as a Sixers starter for tonight. Let's go, man. Just around the corner, Sixers Celtics game 4. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Boston is still favored. Tough to know, again, with how Embiid's in luck, how much he plays. It's really a big unknown. Naheem Irwin says it's sub for dubs, baby. Sub for dubs. You want the Sixers to win, hit that sub button. We're at 25,644 subs. I want to get to 25,700 subs tonight, man. 56 away. Q Genius got to play him in spurts. And Beats talked about this before. He doesn't like the whole playing short bursts and then coming out. You know, he'd rather just play for a long stretch at a time than come out for a little bit longer. But who knows, man, how they got to manage this injury. I think he's pushing it, Keith. Keith Harden, the gamer. Do you think Embiid might be actually ready or 100%? Or is he pushing it? Yeah, I think he's pushing it. I don't think he's 100%. I mean, he's wearing a massive wrap around his midsection. So clearly he's not fully 100%. But Embiid is always pushing through things in the playoffs, man. No different here tonight. All right. Cheers, everybody. All right, they're actually tipping this game off a little earlier than expected, so if you want the Sixers to win, I need 1,007 sixes in the chat right now. Players are coming out, getting ready for tip-off. Let's get the chat rolling. Type those 7 sixes. The Sixers have never won a series when trailing 3-1. Boston's never lost a series when trailing 3-1. Here we go. Celtics with it. Tatum inside, and Neemias Queta throws it down. A monster slam. Celtics put Embiid in the pick and roll immediately to start this game. Now here's George. Gets inside out to Maxey. Maxey gets in the paint, hands it off to Embiid. And Embiid will be fouled by Queta. Joel will go to the line, looking for his first points of the series. The penetration from Maxey leading to the close catch for Embiid. He's at the line looking to put the Sixers on the board here. Embiid's first free throw is up and good. He's officially on the board here in this series. Embiid, free throw number 2 is up and good as well. All right, here's Derrick White. Gets it to Tatum. Tatum swings corner to Hauser. Pump fake gets Maxey in the air. Takes one dribble. No good on the midi. Kelly Oubre skies for the rebound. Now Maxey and Embiid will run the two-man game. Embiid sets a screen for Maxey. Gives it back to Embiid. He'll take a top-of-the-key 3. Just short off the front iron. The crowd was ready to go crazy for that. Now Tatum and Queta running the two-man game. Queta now instead hands it off to Brown. He'll get the screen. Brown gets an open look from 3. Airballs it. Missed everything, did Jaylen Brown. Type it in the chat. Airball. Airball. Sixers take over. Now George. Guarded by Brown. He'll get a screen from Embiid. Embiid not looking to attack. It'll be George going to ISO against Derrick White. To the corner. VJ open 3. No good. Good look there for VJ, who struggled mightily last game to score the ball. 0 for 1 for him to start. Now here's Derrick White. Gets into the paint. Gets it down low to Queta. Kelly Oubre fell over trying to rotate. I think he might have got there, but slipped and fell. Now Maxey. Another screen from Embiid. Gets it to him. Embiid working on Queta. A little jab step at the elbow. Embiid. He'll pull. He'll miss. Now Queta driving on Embiid. I think they're going to get Embiid on a foul here as Queta drove in. I thought that was clean there from Embiid. But Queta will go to the line. Man, Queta laid the wood on Maxey at the start of the possession. Thought that could have been an illegal screen. And then thought the foul was clean. The contest from Embiid. Let's see here. They're showing a replay of the screen. Yeah, I mean, I think it was clean. Maxey just didn't see him. Maxey was backpedaling. I had no idea Queta was behind him. As Neemias Queta can't make the second free throw, so it remains a 5-2 ball game. Maxey up ahead to Kelly Oubre. Drives in. Kicks to Embiid. And he gets tripped. Took a hard fall. He gets right back up, though. Queta picks up his second foul. Does Queta. So, similar to game 1 where Queta got in early foul trouble. 2 fouls here, and they're actually going to call us a shooting foul here on Queta. So Embiid back to the line as Queta will leave the game. Nikola Vucevic in here early. There's no way he can guard Embiid. Joel knocks down the first free throw. It's a crazy wrap Embiid is wearing around his midsection. Again, we'll see how that impacts him. So far, he has all 3 Sixers points. Make it all 4. Tatum with it. He'll drive. He'll kick to Vucevic. Resets up top to Brown. Swings back to Tatum, guarded by Paul George. On the right wing. Tatum posting up. Fadeaway. Tough shot. Around and out. Embiid corrals his first rebound. Here's Oubre with it. He'll stop. He'll pop. And no good on the 3 there. Had a pretty good look at it. Rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Now he's looking to attack on VJ. Kicks it up to Derrick White. Right back to Brown. He wants his matchup against VJ Edgecombe. 10 to shoot. VJ gets up into him. Brown drives in. Nearly loses it. Somehow gets it to Derrick White. He'll take a deep 3. Bricks it off the right side of the backboard. And ball's taken by the Sixers. 8:30 to play. Sixers down 5-4. They have yet to make a field goal. It's been 4 Embiid free throws. Paul George working on Derrick White. Little step back midi. Around and out. Hit every part of the rim before it rolled out. Now Jaylen Brown. Ball ripped away. Stolen by George. Up ahead to Oubre. Over to Embiid. Slams it home. And Embiid has 6 early points. Defense into offense there. Here's Tatum. Down to Vucevic. Vucevic posting up on George. Right-handed hook shot. What a tough look there for Vooch. Good for 2. Puts Boston back in front. Maxey off the Embiid screen. Maxey step back. Thought about shooting it. Instead kicks it over to George, who gives it to VJ. VJ now to Oubre in the left corner. Oubre guarded by Hauser. 5 to shoot. Got to get something going. Oubre spins, drives in. Left-hand layup. No good. Going to be knocked out of bounds, though. And it'll stay here with the Sixers. How about Embiid throwing it down on that previous possession? So again, we kind of just got to wait and see, how many minutes Embiid gets in this first run. I think he's looked pretty good so far. Embiid sets a screen from Maxey over to VJ. Corner to Kelly Oubre. Open look from 3 in the right corner. A little bit strong. That's no good. Now Tatum. So again, we've seen Tatum match up against PG so far in this one. He'll kick to Hauser in the corner. Down low to Vucevic. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Puts it right back up. Vooch was being guarded by Oubre. There was a little mismatch there. Missed the first shot, but got his own. Got it back. Sixers down 9-6. Embiid will post up. Deep position here against Vooch. Embiid gets down low. Moves him out of the way. Puts it up and in. Just too easy there for Joel Embiid. Already 8 points. He has all 8 Sixer points, does Embiid. And now the Celtics turn it over. Bad pass from Tatum to Vucevic. Sixers take it over. Embiid getting the crowd going. Come on, man. This is what we've been waiting to see. This team fully healthy in the postseason, man. We'll have a timeout on the floor. Sixers down 9-8. Embiid with all 8 Sixers points here early. Come on, man. You can feel the juice. You can feel the energy. Early in game 4. Woo! All right, break in action. Timeout as we head to commercial break. You're not missing a moment of the action. But I want to take a second and tell you guys again about our sponsor here that makes everything possible and free for you guys here on the show. That is Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. It's electric. And there's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. All you got to do, pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You choose flex play, or power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app now with their new social feeds feature. You can also follow your friends on there and copy lineups with just a single click. You can see my lineups before you get them here on the show. And right now, a great offer for new users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. Again, code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups. That link is in the live chat and in the description of today's show. And speaking of Prize Picks, we can take a look at my lineup here early on. $10 to win 60. I have Derrick White less than 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He has just one, so that's good. Peyton Pritchard, less than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He has not come in the game yet. Tyrese Maxey, more than 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He has 0. It's been all Jaylen Brown here so far, but that's how the game does work. And I want to pull up these stats because I think Embiid looks phenomenal right now. I want to get this stat line in here. All right, here we go. Embiid with all 8 points, 2 of 4 from the field. Also 4 of 4 from the line. He is locked in, man. Boston has no answer, man. Boston has no answer. Queta, 2 early fouls. Vucevic can't guard him. As we're back here in Philly out of the commercial break. On average, NBA players miss 23 days after an appendectomy, and Embiid missed just 17. All right, we're back here. First quarter action. Sixers down 9-8. Embiid still in the game. He'll set a screen here for Paul George. Gets a really good look at it for 2. PG off on the shot, but good fight from Kelly Oubre there to knock the ball out of bounds and force it off of a Celtics player. So Sixers will keep possession here. Yeah, Embiid is locked in, Maryland. Embiid is locked in. Channing says that as well. All right, ball into Oubre, over to George. Looking down low for Embiid. He gets it there. Up top to Kelly. Oubre drives in. Shot no good. Embiid fighting for the rebound. Goes to Jaylen Brown. We've seen this Jaylen Brown VJ Edgecombe matchup all series. Brown has to kick it out to Peyton Pritchard. He'll take a deep 3. No good. Derrick White tapping out the offensive rebound. And ball's knocked away, nearly stolen by George, but it goes right back to Tatum to Vucevic. Corner 3 for Vooch. No good. Peyton Pritchard grabs the offensive rebound and puts it back up and in. How are you letting Peyton Pritchard grab an offensive rebound? See if Maxey can't get going here. He has been silent in this game. Maxey over to VJ. VJ gets down to the free throw line. Little fake pass and puts it up and in from the free throw line. VJ had Pritchard on his back. He faked the pass behind him to Embiid and pulled up from the free throw line. Now Embiid guarding Pritchard on the perimeter. And VJ is going to foul Vucevic down low as they had a clear mismatch there. So they'll avoid that really causing much harm. And Embiid will check out. His first stint lasts about 7 minutes. As Andre Drummond will check in, Embiid will check out. 8 points for Embiid in that first stretch. So Drummond will be the first to check in. Off the bench for the Sixers, no Adem Bona. Peyton Pritchard again has entered the game for Boston. Luka Garza's checked in for Boston as well. And VJ's going to be called for another foul on the pass from Pritchard to Tatum. That's 2 now on VJ. He'll probably have to check out here as he picks up number 2. And yeah, VJ will check out. I believe Grimes will check in. No, it'll be Edwards, actually. Edwards will check in. Here's Pritchard, gets into the paint, down low to Garza. Garza will be fouled by Drummond. He'll go to the free throw line. So a lot of fouls picking up here recently for both teams. With 4:53 left to go in the first quarter, 11-10 ball game. Neither team's really found it offensively up to this point. Garza, no good on the first free throw. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, it's Maxey, George, Edwards, Drummond, and Oubre out there for the Sixers. This is where Maxey has to take over. Garza knocks down the second free throw. And Celtics lead now 12-10. Got to get Maxey involved here at some point, man. Maxey over to George. George gets a good look from 3. It's good. Paul George gets on the board for the first time in this game. He's good from 3. And a good look there from Maxey to PG. Now Pritchard, mismatch on Drummond. He'll step back and he'll hit from 3. Peyton Pritchard picking up where he left off in game 3. Big time game in that one. He's already got 5 here tonight. Here's Maxey. Kicks to Oubre in the corner, guarded by Tatum. Oubre will back him down. Ball's knocked away, gets it back. Kicks to Drummond in the corner, 3 to shoot. Drummond, no good on that 3. Rebound nearly grabbed by Oubre, but it's taken away to Boston. Pritchard, another open 3. And he's good from downtown. Oh, Pritchard is feeling it. He's got 8 already. Celtics lead 18-13. Now George, step back, long 2, no good. Rebound Celtics. Tatum, in and out move. Spins, inside, layup good. Timeout Sixers. 8-0 run for Boston in the blink of an eye, and they lead 20-13. Just 2 open 3s allowed to Pritchard. You just can't do that. 8 points for Pritchard off 2 open shots. You can't give those up to a shooter like Peyton Pritchard. Look, Boston's going to get their 3s up regardless. You have to make sure you're contesting these shots, that you're not giving them clean open looks. That's what Pritchard's had so far. Just can't leave him open, man. So one guy you can't let get going. Yeah, Q Genius. Got to know your personnel, man. Just can't happen. 97 people watching live. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. We should be able to get to 50 likes here in a sec. Appreciate it. You want the Sixers to win this game, hit that like button, baby. Q Genius bots trying to take over the chat. Cheering the bots on. What's going on in the chat, man? And what's going on the court for the Sixers? Good timeout by Nurse. They got to talk some things over. An 8-0 run in 73 seconds. You might have to get Bona in there. Bona can move a little bit better on the perimeter when Boston runs these 5-out lineups than Drummond can. So you might have to consider putting Bona in just for the defensive purposes on the perimeter. 4 legs away from 50. I'd appreciate it if we can get there. You're all some real ones. Thank you all. Yeah, Pritchard already has 8, man. Pritchard already has 8. Not ideal. Got to get Tyrese Maxey going. He has hit a score in this one. Keep it civil in the chat, man. But, you know, something similar happened in game 2. Again, Boston got up early, and then Sixers called a timeout and were able to make a run late in that first quarter. And so can something similar happen here today? Certainly we hope. Maxey hasn't even taken a shot yet today. All right, Maxey got a screen from Drummond. We're back in action. Maxey over to Oubre. Back to Maxey. Guarded by Jordan Walsh. 5 to shoot. Maxey goes ISO. Spin. Nowhere to go. Tough fadeaway jumpers. Well short. Air balls it. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Just some terrific defense there from Jordan Walsh. Sixers are 4 of 16 from the field. 3 of 10 from 2. And 1 of 6 from 3. Now Tatum. Tatum step back over Drummond. And Drummond fouls him on the 3. They're just going after Drummond on the perimeter right now. You either can't allow that switch to happen if you're Philadelphia, or you got to get Bona in, who's a better perimeter defender than Drummond is. Yeah, I mean, Drummond just got all arm on that jumper. First free throw is good from Tatum. And Embiid's going to check back into this one. As will Dominic Barlow. Tatum's second of 3 free throws is also good. So a quick rest for Embiid, only a few minutes on the bench. As he's back in, Dominic Barlow in as well. Drummond takes a seat, as does Paul George. Tatum knocks down all 3 free throws. It's an early 10-point advantage for Boston. As soon as Embiid came out, it was just nothing going for Philadelphia offensively. He's back in. Embiid sets a screen for Maxey. Good look from 3. Maxey gets on the board. Good screen from Joel. Good shot from Maxey. Sixers ending that 11-0 Celtics run. Now here's Pritchard, guarded by Barlow. Pritchard going ISO on Barlow. Gets inside. Shot. Good. What a shot from Peyton Pritchard, man. He is cooking. High arcing shot. All right. Here's the Embiid and Maxey 2-man game once again. Maxey behind the back to Embiid, and just a poor pass there from Maxey. Embiid kind of slipped trying to get to it. It goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Sixers. A little too casual there from Maxey, although they've been doing that all year. Now here's Oubre guarding Tatum. Tatum takes a deep three, bricks it. Offensive rebound to Shireman, out to Pritchard. And he'll reset. Sixers down 25-16. Now Tatum working on Barlow. Inside. Swing to Walsh. Over to Vucevic. His three. No good. Another offensive rebound for the Celtics. Now Tatum takes a deep three. Another offensive rebound for the Celtics. Tatum drives in. Corner three, Pritchard. No good. And another offensive rebound for the Celtics. This one goes out of bounds off the Sixers, so Boston will maintain possession. Get a rebound! And now Vucevic is fouled by Barlow, I believe. It's just effort, man. It's just more effort from Boston. It's just more effort. Vucevic misses the first free throw as the Celtics are in the bonus. Misses both. So all those offensive rebounds don't lead to anything for Boston, luckily. But they got to clean that up now. Celtics now, Tatum spinning on Barlow, out to Shireman. Maxey overhelped. Shireman got an open look from three. He knocks it down. Celtics up by 12. And now an illegal screen called on Embiid. I hate that call there. A little elbow, I guess, there from Embiid. Pritchard drives in. Step back. Kicks it to Vucevic to the corner. Jordan Walsh for three. That's good. Bad rotations from the Sixers. They're down 31-16. Another 8-0 run for Boston. Maxey and Embiid, two-man game again. Maxey to Joel, free throw line jumper. Rolls in. Another two there for Joel. He has 10 of the Sixers' 18. 5 seconds left in the quarter. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Pritchard. Unbelievable. Pritchard off one leg from several feet outside the three-point line knocks it down. It's a 34-18 Boston lead. He just hit that. Running to his left off one leg, hopped off the right leg and threw it up and made it. Unbelievable. Embiid with 10 points in the first quarter. Nobody else is coming to play. Nobody else is coming to play. I mean, Maxey's only taken 2 shots. He just has to get more involved offensively. George, 1 of 4. Oubre, 0 of 4. VJ picked up 2 early fouls, so he hasn't played much. But it's defensively where I'm more concerned right now. Pritchard, that last 3, it is what it is, I guess. Although Embiid was the only one trying to stop Pritchard from getting a shot there at the end of the quarter. Nobody else seemed to care if Pritchard just took that shot. He's got 13 in the first quarter. Kyogre feeling like game one all over again. It's starting like that. Nate, Brody, what's happening? They all seem starstruck. They're playing no defense once again. Their rotations have not been as good as they've been the past couple of games. When the Celtics get inside, they're leaving guys open for three, and for some reason, nobody's guarding Peyton Pritchard. They're already giving up offensive rebounds. It's obvious stuff of what they're doing wrong. They just have not been able to execute. And we're going to look at some team stats here. All right. Here's a look at some first quarter stats. The Celtics, first of all, got up 5 more shots and 6 more threes than the Sixers did in that first quarter. Celtics 12 of 23 from the field, over 50%. 5 of 13 from 3. 38%. Luckily, they're just 5 of 9 from the free throw line, but they're already out rebounding Philadelphia 15-5. They have 6 offensive rebounds. The Sixers have 5 total rebounds. The Sixers are 6 of 18 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. As we're in action now in the second quarter, can Philadelphia get anything going? George doubled in the corner, swings to Embiid, and a defensive 3-second violation will be called against Baylor Shireman. So Paul George will now get to shoot a technical free throw. Knocks it down. Jaylen Brown hasn't scored yet. Pritchard has 13. The Celtics are up by 15. All right, here's VJ after the made free throw. Over to Embiid. Embiid for 3, no good. 0 for 2 from 3 is Joel. Pritchard, step back. Shots blocked by Barlow. Good defense there from Barlow. Now George ahead to Barlow. Couldn't contain it. Gives it to Embiid. Free throw line jumper around and out. The shot Embiid almost always makes there. There was nobody on him. Jaylen Brown guarded by Paul George. Brown gets inside. Shot no good. Rebound goes to the Sixers. They have numbers here. George to Grimes to VJ. Open corner 3. No good. Oh. So those are the ones you got to have, man, if you're the Sixers. And VJ was making those in game 2, not tonight. And not last night, and not in game 1. Pritchard, corner to Jaylen Brown. Good job by the Sixers here to rotate. Now Baylor Shireman. Step back 3 is no good. Embiid with a rebound. God, if Shireman hit that step back 3, I would have freaked out. All right, now Embiid wants to go one-on-one with Vucevic. He'll just pull up for 2. No good. Again, a shot he knows he's got to hit. Can't knock that one down. Now Brown driving in on Edgecombe. Embiid has to help, and Embiid's going to foul Jaylen Brown. He'll go to the line. VJ just got bullied by Jaylen Brown. Embiid picks up his second foul. Now Jaylen Brown will go to the line. He misses the first. The Sixers got to start finding a rhythm here in the second quarter. Brown misses both again. The Celtics have not been able to shoot free throws. They're 5 of 11 from the line. You have to take advantage of these miscues, man. George off the Embiid screen. Gets into the paint. Tough shot. Floater, no good. Embiid taps it out, but it goes to Jaylen Brown. Now Brown gets by George. To the corner. Shireman, open three, no good. Offensive rebound to Hauser. And now Hauser relocates, finds Brown in the corner. He'll take a corner three. He knocks it down. 7 offensive rebounds for the Celtics here tonight. Sixers down 37-19. George to Embiid. Kicks to Grimes. VJ in the corner now, working on Hauser. Spin move. VJ gets inside. Tough shot, no good. Right-handed fadeaway floater is off. 1 of 4 for VJ. Jaylen Brown loses it, gets it back. Gets it to Pritchard, 5 to shoot. Pritchard working one-on-one on Grimes. Grimes, good defense. Pritchard, doesn't matter. Step back 3 is good. Sixers down 40-19. Timeout, Nick Nurse. Nothing going for the Sixers. Timeout. We'll go to commercial break. And it's not looking good early for Philadelphia. The Sixers have never won a series going down 3-1. Boston's never lost a series going down 3-1. The Celtics win tonight. That'll be a big advantage there for Boston. All right, break in action here. I want to take a second to tell you again about our friends at Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Choose flex play. You can choose power play as well. And you can win some money. With their new social feeds feature, you can follow your friends on the app and copy lineups with a single click. You can follow me on the app as well if you want to see my lineups before I have them here on the show. And we have a great offer for new users as well. If you download the Prize Picks app today and use the code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup, you will receive $50 in lineups. Again, code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the chat and the description of today's show. My lineup, well, I went with the less on Peyton Pritchard in my Prize Picks lineup, and it was less than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he's already got 19, so can pretty much chalk this one up to an L. Now, if I had flex played this, which I did not, I went with the power play. If I had flex played this, we'd still be alive because then you only need to get 2 of your 3 picks correct to win. I went power play because you get a bigger payout when you do power play, but you have to get all 3 picks correct, which unless Pritchard does not make another shot, grab another rebound, dish out another dime the rest of the game, we're not looking good. Yeah, good point, Kyogre. If Boston can make free throws, our Sixers are down, 21 right now? They could be down easily 26. $16 for Pritchard. 4 threes made already. I mean, Maxey has to do something, man. He's taken 2 shots. He wasn't in the game to start the second quarter. I imagine he'll come back in now. He's got to get something going. Embiid has 10 points on 3 of 8 from the field. No one else has done anything, man. The rest of the team has 9 combined. VJ drives in, feeds it off to Drummond. Doesn't want to go up with it. Resets to Grimes. He'll take a 3, and he hits. Much needed shot from Grimes, and Drummond is down holding his hamstring. They got to call timeout. They got to get Drummond out of the game. Drummond is down. He's in some serious pain. That looks like a hammy, and it does not look good. Oh, man. Adem Bona is going to check in. Drummond is very gingerly walking towards the bench. He is in a lot of pain. And they'll show the replay here. Let's see. He got it down low off the pass from VJ. Maybe not a hammy. Maybe it's a hip. Yeah, it looks to be actually more of a hip injury than a hamstring, as he kind of put a body into Hauser down low, and some just weird there on the contact. So he'll check out. As Pritchard drives in, right hand layup is good. Drummond's going to head back to the locker room. Pritchard has 18 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. Now here's Grimes working on Pritchard. Nowhere to go. Hands it off to Maxey. Guarded by Derrick White. Maxey, step back. Down low to Bona. Bona loses it, out of bounds, turnover. Now Bona holding his finger. Just poor defense by the Sixers, man. There was a miscommunication on the switch last time between Grimes and George. It's game 4 of the playoffs. What are we doing? Once again, Pritchard gets inside. Now he resets it to Derrick White. Ball stolen away by Grimes. And Grimes, rises and slams it down. Can that get the Sixers going here a little bit? Get the crowd back into it a little bit. What a slam there from Grimes. Now Bona leaves Pritchard open on the perimeter. Pritchard way short on that one. Rebound tapped out by Queta. It'll go out of bounds, so Sixers will take over. My goodness. That was a monster slam from Quentin Grimes over Jaylen Brown. Kind of a fake contest by Brown, but still. All right, Sixers down 18 with 7 minutes to play. You got to get this to 10 here in the next few minutes. Grimes. Pull up off the Bona screen. No good. That would have been a huge shot if Grimes could have knocked that one down. Instead, rebound goes to Boston. Now Jaylen Brown. Put a shoulder into George. Good defense from Paul George. He resets to Pritchard, who now kicks it back out to Jaylen Brown. His 3 no good. Grimes with the rebound. And Edgecombe nearly had it taken away by George. Gets it back to Maxey. Back to VJ. VJ will give it to George, posting up on Derrick White. George step back 2. Rolls around and out. Rebound goes to Queta. I thought Queta traveled there. No call. Boston takes over. Now Jaylen Brown posting up on Maxey. Finds a wide open Sam Hauser for 3. That's no good. Derrick White offensive rebound. Back to Hauser. Another 3. This one's good. 8 offensive rebounds for the Celtics. Good dump-off pass here from Grimes to Bona, results in the Adem Bona slam. Embiid getting ready to check back in. Boston already has 10 second chance points. And 29 bench points. Maxey nearly steals it from Brown. Kicks it outside to Hauser. Drives inside, shoots it right over Maxey. Shot's no good. Celtics are screaming for a foul there. No whistle was blown. Now Grimes behind the back to Bona. Bona inside, able to lay it up and in. And timeout Celtics as Sixers have cut the lead to a measly 17. Trying to climb back in it, man, but they're in a deep, deep hole right now. Yeah, Nate, it is heartbreaking. Sixers had a big chance in Game 3 to take a 2-1 series lead. They let that one slip out of their hands, and now they're getting dusted in Game 2. The rebounding differential is insane. We'll pull up these team stats again because, oh my God. How about this? Boston has 8 offensive rebounds. They're winning the rebounding battle 25-11. And I gotta tweet about this because this is just ridiculous, dude. What is it? 25-11. And what? 8 offensive rebounds, right? Yeah. Leading to, I believe it's 10 second chance points. Yep, 10 second chance points. Garbage, 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 garbage. That's what this is. Sixers are also 10 of 30 from the field. And they're 3 of 11 from 3, so they're 7 of 21 from 2. That is absurdly awful. Absurdly awful. And I'm going to keep saying this until he starts doing something. Where is Tyrese Maxey at? Where's he at? You've taken 2 shots. It's almost halftime. There's no excuse. I love Maxey, man. But, man, 3 points? You've taken 2 shots? When this team can't get it going offensively? This backcourt has 5 points. VJ, just 1 of 4. Paul George, 1 of 6. Oh, man. All right, with 5 minutes to go until the end of the first half. How about this? Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum have 8 points on 2 of 9 shooting. The rest of the team has 37 on 14 and 26. So Brown and Tatum are doing nothing, and the Celtics are still up by 17. 5 minutes left to go in the first half. You got to cut it down to 10. Here's Tatum. And an offensive foul that he called on Tatum. Little forearm into Quentin Grimes. Tatum doesn't like it. Tee him up. Just slam the ball on the floor. Here's Oubre. Gets inside. He'll be fouled now by Tatum. And Oubre will go to the line. So a good start out of the timeout. One of the biggest games of the season, Maxey. You got to get it going, dude. And Reggie Miller brings up a great point on the broadcast, like as Kelly Oubre knocks down some free throws. When you have a team like Boston who's so lethal from behind the arc, it's even worse when you give up second chance opportunities to a team like this because they're gonna make you pay. Tatum inside, dump off, Vucevic, shot blocked by Embiid, but it goes right back to Derrick White. He gets an open look from 3 and he nails it. Even when the Sixers do something right, it just doesn't go their way. Back down 18. Now Oubre attacks White, gets inside. His left-hand layup is no good. Fight for the rebound, goes to the Celtics. Tatum gets right by Grimes. Oh, and it's stolen away, stripped by Grimes. And it'll stay Celtics ball. Good defensive play there. Thought Tatum got right by him, but good recovery from Quentin. Yeah, great hands there from Quentin Grimes. He's been all right in his first little stretch here. Inbound goes to Pritchard. Now Vucevic hands it off to Brown. Jaylen Brown with Oubre draped all over him. Fadeaway jumpers well short. Good box out from Embiid. Rebound from Grimes. 3:49 to play. Sixers still down by 18. Now Embiid with a beautiful pass inside to Maxey, and he'll be fouled on the reverse layup attempt. So Maxey now trying to get it going. We'll go to the free throw line. The Fleas, Embiid's first game back, shouldn't be leading in shot attempts. Yeah, I mean, Maxey just has to get it going, man, as he knocks down the first free throw. It's been a disastrous half, man. Disastrous half. That is correct, Kenneth. Maxey, free throw number 2 is also good, so lead us 16 now for the Celtics. Get something going. String together some stops. Tatum. His threes are rounding out. One and done for Boston. Come on, man. Flip the script. Awful pass from VJ trying to get it to Embiid. Brown inside. Good defense from Maxey. He no good there on the layup attempt. Embiid blocked from behind by Derrick White. Wow. So great defense from Maxey on the Jaylen Brown layup on one end. VJ got it up ahead to Grimes, who passed it down low to Embiid, and just a fantastic block from Derrick White on the Embiid layup, and it went off of the Sixers, unfortunately. And the Sixers are going to challenge this. I thought it was out on the Sixers. Maybe they are going to hope for a foul, or maybe I just didn't see it right, but I thought that was pretty clearly off the Sixers. I would need another look at it. They're not going to get it going here. I appreciate everybody here hanging out. 78 people watching. If you're enjoying the free coverage, even if you're not enjoying the stinker the Sixers are putting up right now, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the stream. And a big shout out to some of our recent subscribers, as we're up to 25,649 subs tonight. If you're new around here, we do a lot more than just watch parties like this on the channel. Videos on Sixers news, rumors, analysis, a whole lot more all year long right here on the channel. It's 100% free to subscribe. All you got to do is hit the button, the big red subscribe button, and you'll get Sixers coverage right to your feed for free all year long. Big shout out to Angel M, Dominique Mitchell, Assel VB, Freddie Powell, and C. Joe Ski Gilreath. And yeah, Sixers lose the challenge. I don't understand the challenge. It was so obviously off the Sixers. What a waste of a challenge. I don't know who told Nurse to challenge that. That was so stupid. Appreciate our new subscribers. You're all legends. You're all real ones. Now, can the Sixers get it together? White over to Luka Garza. Now Peyton Pritchard, who seemingly played like this entire game. Pritchard off the screen, gets downhill, resets to Garza. He'll take a deep three, and he knocks it down. Embiid was sagging off of Garza. Garza can hit those shots. And he knocks that one down. Celtics 5 of 11 from 3 in this quarter. Embiid dumps it off to Maxey. They'll reset and try another pick and roll. And Maxey going to be fouled by Garza. Blocking foul here. Fresh 14 coming for the Sixers. Paul George going to check back in for Grimes. They got Luka Garza in the game, man. Go at his ass. Embiid up top, sets a screen for Maxey. Right back to Embiid. Maxey down low now. And there's that patented two-man game. Great pass from Joel to Tyrese. Maxey's layup is good. 51-34 ball game now. And Tatum didn't want to take the three. Resets, and beautiful defense here from Kelly Oubre. Knocks it away from Tatum. Celtics maintain possession. Yeah, more of that, man. More of that. Two-man game. Oh, it needs to start defensively. Can you go this final 2 minutes without giving up a bucket? We'll see. George outside guarding Jaylen Brown. Sixers will flash the double. Derrick White finds an open Tatum in the corner. That shot's well short. And a foul going to be called on Garza, who was holding on to Embiid during the rebound attempt. So Sixers will now get the ball back. Maybe make it 51-40 by halftime. Can you get it there? Just get some momentum at the very least heading into halftime. Something to feel good about yourselves over this final 2-minute stretch. All right, Embiid down low to George. He's going to post up on Jaylen Brown. George gets inside. Hangs. Layup good for George. Now 51-36. Back to within 15. Tatum. He'll attack Oubre. Great defense from Kelly. Has to reset to Pritchard. Now he'll post up on Kelly again. Spin move. Knocked away by Oubre, and he stepped out of bounds. Oh, man, fantastic defense again there by Kelly, but was just out of bounds when he picked that ball away. Oh, I don't think he was out. Oh, I don't think he was out. Doesn't matter. Celtics will inbound. Pritchard gets a good look from the corner. Maxey skies for the rebound. That's the kind of effort we need the whole game, man. Now Maxey down low to Embiid. Working one-on-one on Garza. Spin move. And he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. And the crowd's getting back into it a little bit here. Crowd's getting back into it a little bit. So third foul on Garza. Maxey's been going over and sitting down on the sideline during these free throws. Gotta hope he's okay. Embiid knocks down the first free throw, almost like he's gassed, and he's done it multiple times now where any opportunity Maxey gets to sit down, he does that. You wonder if he's maybe a little sick, a little under the weather. Just out of character for Maxey, really. All right, here's Embiid now, second free throw. That one's no good. Wow, you don't see that very often from Joel Embiid. 51-37, Embiid's got 11 points. Just 3 and 9 from the field, though. And now the The Celtics looking to add to their lead. Here is Vucevic up top with 10 to shoot. Hands it off to Derrick White. Over to Jaylen Brown now. He's working on George. Jaylen Brown. Little sidestep three. Tough shot. He buries it. What a shot from Jaylen Brown. And now Brown's going to be called for a foul as he runs over Joel Embiid trying to set an off-ball screen. Sixers in the bonus, so Embiid will go to the line. I mean, that was great defense from George in the previous possession. Just an insane shot from Jaylen Brown. So Embiid back to the line. Sixers down 54-37, 46 seconds left in quarter number 2. First one's good. The fleas. That's good stuff, man. And Derrick White, a little bit of blood, so they're going to have to clean this up before Embiid's second free throw. 92 people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon, like the stream if you want the Sixers to fight back in this ball game. Embiid, no good again. Misses the second free throw. Jaylen Brown, corner three. No good. Oubre rebound. Boston trying to go 2 for 1 there. Sixers in no particular hurry. 14 on the shot clock, 24 on the game clock, but a 10-second difference. George and Embiid pick and roll. Embiid, little jump shot around and out again. Just shots he's used to hitting, not falling here in quarter number 2. Now Brown. Fadeaway shot over George. And again, just difficult shot making by the Celtics. VJ with 3 seconds with 2. He'll pull up for 3. Air balls are well short. And Sixers go down 56-38 here at halftime. Sixers, man. Just a major dud here in game number 4. Peter Thurman, good to see you, man. No worries. I'm sorry I'm late. All good, brother. All good, my guy. Hopefully a better second half. We need something, man. They need to make some major changes coming out of this third quarter. The offense, man, just has not been there. You're lucky to only be down by 18 right now as well. Kenneth Jackson. Latoon in the building again. Drummond may have to start the second half. Need some serious defensive adjustments. Embiid has not been the problem in this game. And Drummond was shaken up earlier anyways. kind of threw his hip into Sam Hauser and was down in some pretty serious pain. Yeah, the problem, and I agree with the Fleas here, the problem has been your backcourt is doing nothing in this ballgame. Nothing. Tyrese Maxey has 7 points. He's taken 3 shots. He's got to come out and score like 20 points in this third quarter. I mean, this is, by all intents and purposes, a do-or-die game. The Celtics, if they win this game, will go up 3-1 in the series. No, all good, Latoon. Yeah, it sucks. Drummond injury. We'll see if he is able to come back. But, yeah, it's brutal. But the Celtics, if they win, they go up 3-1 in the series. The Celtics have never lost a series when going up 3-1. The Sixers have never won a series when going down 3-1. So, it's really a must-win game. And you're at home. But, yeah, I mean, Maxey can't have 7 points. And I know, you're asking a lot for a rookie, but VJ is 1 of 5. We saw him have a big game in Game 2. We know what he's capable of. More than this. More than 2 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. George hasn't gotten anything going either. He's 2 of 7 from the field, 6 points, 3 rebounds. And B just 3 of 10 from the field. No.
That's crazy.
Bro. This Peyton Pritchard fella, man.
What do you think about Peyton Pritchard? And how silly do you feel now? Can you believe your prize picks? Can you believe your live prize picks?
Oh, yeah, we can take a look how the live prize picks lineup is going.
On there?
We can take a look at how this live prize picks lineup is going.
Yeah, how's it going? Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Tween. Hezzy. Oh, pull in your face. Gets paint touches. He's crazy.
Why is he grabbing offensive rebounds?
Why is no Sixer grabbing offensive rebounds? You have not one.
Nope, not one. We can't grab a rebound at all. How about that possession where there was like 5 straight offensive rebounds? They didn't even score.
Then we get Vooch at the line and bricks too. Hey, it's all right. There's levels to this. You guys will get there eventually. VJ promising, Maxey promising, but get the podcast PS.
Send his butt back to Boston. Spray him with something. Yo. I'm not going to do that. Oh, there's a chance of a comeback. Maxey and VJ are playing like horrendous basketball right now. They're getting clamped. They'll turn it up. They'll turn it up. You know what? Type F Boston in the chat. Look, that's my guy Smitty, but he's a Celtics fan. He runs our Celtics channel. And right now, kind of pissing me off a little bit. So type F Boston in the chat, man. Yeah, Spurs were down 17.5 and won by 20. Look, it's not over by any means. It's not over by any means. Type at Boston. Maybe leaning too much on Embiid. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, but no one else has been able to make a shot. And even then, Embiid's like 3 of 10. Yeah, we're certainly not the Spurs. That's fair. But, I mean, we've seen at points in this series the Sixers play really good basketball. They just got to get back to that in the second half. We got a Celtics fan in the chat right now. Type F Boston, drown him out. I don't want to see those C's in the chat. I'm seeing too much Boston in the chat right now. Where are my Sixers fans at? Make some noise. Drown this dude out. Drown this dude out. I don't want to see these Celtics emojis, man. I can't with it. I can't with it. I don't want to ban him either. I don't want to have to do it. I need y'all to get him out of here. There we go. Nate, Nurse can't drop a single play. To the backcourt going, no pick and rolls, no nothing. Well, it's funny because like the times they have gone to the Embiid Maxey 2-man game at certain points, not as much as they probably should, and it's worked when they've gone to it. It's worked when they've gone to it. The Celtics fan says you can't silence me. We got to get it going, man. Yeah, a lot of game left. A lot of game left, but just hope that there's a message from Nurse that's getting across to the guys right now. Especially when Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are combined 4 of 17 in the first half, and the Celtics are still up by 18. Yeah, Tatum and Brown are playing. Brown's been a little bit better than Tatum, but Tatum has 5 points on 1 of 8 shooting. Jaylen Brown has 8 points on 3 of 9. It's Peyton Pritchard, man. Kelly Oubre is a minus 17. What are the Sixers going to do to get back in this ball game, man? I'll tell you what they got to do. 1, rebound the basketball. It's not that complicated. It's really not. The Celtics are winning the rebounding battle 30-16. They have 9 offensive rebounds. The Sixers have none. The Celtics have 13 second chance points. And they're up by 18. There you go. There you go. Sixers are just 12 of 36 from the field, 3 of 12 from 3. That's 25% from 3, 37.5 from 2. Only 4 fast break points. They're getting outscored in the paint. They're getting outshot everywhere. There's nothing that they're leading the Celtics in besides they have 1 more block and they're shooting better from the free throw line. Other than that, they're literally doing nothing better than the Celtics. Where are the stop and pop Maxey threes? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Maxey's like slightly under the weather because he just does not look right. And he's been, using the dead ball time during free throws to go over and sit down on the sideline. Like, it's strange. I've never seen him really do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's dealing with a sickness or something. Yeah, MC. I mean, with how that game 3 went, you still felt pretty confident in the Sixers. They were fighting in that game all the way till the end. And they come out and do this. Very reminiscent of game 1. I mean, Carla, I get it, man. I get it. The rebounding, though, I mean, you know how many times he's told the team they have to rebound better? At some point, the players just have to do it. Yeah, Maxey not taking any shots doesn't make any sense. Andrea Young, make a layup and grab a rebound. Sounds so simple, man, and it's just effort, dude. All right, a few minutes away from the second half getting going here. Yeah, Latoon. I don't know, Latoon. I don't know what else that they need to say, what else they need to emphasize to start hitting the glass if it's a personnel thing. I think rebounding is really an effort thing. I don't really think it is a skill to an extent, but I mean at the same time, it's like, dude, just box out and grab a rebound. Maybe the guys expected Embiid to have a legacy game or something. They're chilling. It's just so casual. It feels like, man, just so casual. And Embiid started so good, too. He's cooled off. Maxey, no one's been good. You have 38 points after 24 minutes of play. Should have kept Embiid sidelined. I don't really, if he was ready to go, he's ready to go. And I think he's looked pretty good physically for the most part. Yeah, game's not over, though. Game's not over. A little 10-0 run to start the second half. Basketball's a game of runs, man. Just got to go in one of your own. Got to get the ball moving offensively. When the Sixers have been able to get downhill and get into the paint, good things have happened. But they just haven't done that enough. Just haven't done that enough. All right, if you're ready for quarter number 3, type those threes down in the chat. If you want a big-time third quarter here for the Sixers, let's get it started right now in the live chat. Type those threes. I'll give you some shout-outs for typing those threes. I'm not shouting out the Celtics fan, though. Sorry, man. Can't do it. Andrea Young. See, you almost got me again. Cleek. Carl Lacer. Fleas. Come on, man. Come on. The Fleas. Typing those threes. Can the Sixers start hitting some threes? Anything. Cyprin Civic as well, typing those threes. Can't shout out the Celtics fans, man. I can't do it. I hate Boston. I can't do it. I appreciate you being here, but Real Dreamers changed the world back in the building, typing those threes. Johnny Moore, you got to go. Dude can't construct a bench. Yeah, bench is awful. Grimes has not been very good this whole series. You have nobody else off the bench. You have no backup point guard. Barlow has been non-existent in this series for the most part. Trendon Watford, Jabari Walker getting no run. Your backup centers suck. Justin Edwards is unreliable. NBA Kid Prods, yeah, I don't know what Maxey's doing. Daryl Morey is a liar. Was hard and right. All right. Here we go. Start of the second half. Sixers, backs against the wall. What do you got? What do you got? We'll see, Nate. We'll see. There's too much time left in the game to say it's completely over. But I'll tell you what, they don't have much time to get it going. All right, let's go. Sixers start with it. Tyrese Maxey. And right away, what I say, man, get him going right away. Tyrese Maxey knocks it down from outside. Puts the Sixers on the board first in this third quarter. Great screen there from Embiid. Here's Tatum, guarded closely by Oubre. He'll put a shoulder into him. Step back jumper. Fouled and got the shot to go. A silencer there from Tatum. Did he get him on the elbow? He made the shot anyways. Tatum knocks down the free throw, converts the three-point play. Maxey over to VJ. VJ gets a good look from three. Way off. He has just not been good outside of game number 2, unfortunately. Look, it's his first playoff run, man. George knocks it off of Tatum. Thought maybe the ball went off Tatum's leg, but they're going to say it stays with the Celtics. Nurse can't challenge because he used his challenge earlier on a dumbass call. Never should have challenged that play. There was never a chance he was going to win that. Brown guarded by Maxey. Maxey up into him. Brown fouled by Maxey. He'll go to the line. Maxey arguing the call. Again, I just what is Maxey supposed to do here? I don't see how that's a foul. Brown to the line. Misses the first free throw. Give us another one, Brown. Miss another one. Why not? Makes it. 60-41. George. Embiid with the screen. Paul George inside. Layup is good. But it's got to start on the defensive end for Philadelphia. They want to make a comeback. You got to start getting some stops. Tatum, pump fake to Hauser, open corner three. No good. Embiid grabs the rebound. He's fouled by Queta. What a dumb foul there by Queta. That'll be his third. Yeah, really dumb foul there from Neemias Queta. It's been a good night for Boston, obviously. Not really for Queta. All right, Maxey and Embiid, two-man game. Maxey, deep three, no good. Thought he had some space to step up a little bit there, but pulled from deep and couldn't hit. I like it being aggressive, taking some shots, though. Jaylen Brown knocks down a three subsequently on the other end, and it's back to a 20-point ball game. Now Embiid and VJ run the two-man game. VJ little pull-up two. That's off, and he just cannot get going, man. How is that a foul on VJ, man? Guarding Brown on the perimeter. It'll be a foul on the floor. So off the foul, Celtics inbound. It's Jaylen Brown, guarded by George. Now Oubre switches on. George knocks it away. Gets the steal in the passing lanes. Good job from Paul George there defensively. Gets it up top to Maxey. Now to Embiid. Hands it off to VJ. VJ into the paint. Up top to Embiid. VJ gets it right back. He's got Queta on him. He gives it back to Embiid. He'll take a deep three. Embiid's three's in and out. One and done for the Sixers again, man. Tatum. Ball stripped again. Stolen away. VJ up ahead to Maxey. Shots blocked by Derrick White, dude. Unbelievable. Sixers had numbers. VJ could have taken it himself, gave it up ahead to Maxey, and White just sent the shot. Now Maxey on Brown again. Brown's been abusing this matchup all series long. And great help from Kelly Oubre on the Jaylen Brown jumper there. He'll block the shot. It'll be a jump ball as Brown came back down with it. And Maxey, if he went up with the left hand on that prior layup, it probably would have been fine, but He went up with the right, and White got the block. Yeah, if Maxey goes up with the left, he probably gets that bucket to go. Instead, he goes up with the right. Well, a jump ball here. 4 seconds in the shot clock for Boston. It'll be Jaylen Brown and Kelly Oubre here. And jump balls won by the Sixers and beat up ahead to Maxey. Sixers, though, no numbers. They'll reset here. Maxey drives in. Try to draw a foul. No call. Way off on the layup. Now Derrick White. Drives in, kicks out. Jaylen Brown. Shot blocked by Maxey, and now Oubre just shoves Hauser to the floor. Third on Oubre. Oh, man. I'm usually pretty optimistic in games like these, you know, when there's still this much time left, but the feel of this game is just don't have a good feeling about it, man. There's no momentum. No good vibes for the Sixers. Jaylen Brown, fouled by George, knocks down the jumper. 3-point play opportunity coming for Jaylen Brown. Yeah, clear reach by George. Brown absorbed the contact and hit the fadeaway jumper on the baseline. .23 advantage for Boston, largest of the night. Maxey off the Embiid screen. Embiid, long two, no good. Off again. As the boos are raining down in Philadelphia. Now Brown, thought he traveled, picks up his dribble. Over to Derrick White. He'll get a screen from Tatum. White back up top. Tatum, wide open three. Good. Timeout Sixers. They're down 26. I got nothing left to say. It's an embarrassing effort. They can't score. They can't defend. They can't rebound. They can't do anything. Timeout Sixers. We'll go to break. While we have a second, I want to tell you about our sponsor for today's show. The Sixers might be stinking it up right now, but you can always have fun on Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. There's no better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super simple to use. All you got to do, pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, choose flex play or power play, and you are on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can follow me on the Prize Picks app now with their new social feeds feature where you can also follow your friends, copy lineups with a single click. My username on there is @JChip to see my lineups before I have them here on the show. We have a great offer for new users as well. If you download the Prize Picks app today and use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup, you'll receive $50 in lineups. Again, code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. That link in the chat right now in the description of today's show. And unfortunately, my lineup is already cooked, but just to give you an example of how things work, I had a $10 lineup to win 60. I had Derrick White less than 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. That one looks good. He's only at 10. Unfortunately, I had Peyton Pritchard less than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He already has 23. Started off the game super hot. I had Maxey more than 38 points, rebounds, and assists. He's having a stinker. So, unfortunately, mine is not looking good, but that's how the game works, more or less. Shout out to Prize Picks. Well, look, this one might be over already with 7:56 left to go in the third quarter. Sixers down 26, but our coverage never stops here on the channel, no matter what. I'm a lifelong diehard Sixer fan, and as much as this team frustrates me and disappoints every year, I'm never going to stop supporting the team and covering the team here on the channel. It's a lifelong dream of mine to be able to do this. So I appreciate everybody who subscribed, and we'll, of course, be live for game number 5 on Tuesday, regardless of the outcome of this one, and more coverage to come throughout the week, throughout the year. So for 100% free Sixers coverage, hit that subscribe button if you're not already. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out here with us. Goat Nuts might be over. I never want to call it with this much time left, but Maxey inside. Layup on the drive, no good. Now Derrick White pulls up from 3. No good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be Sixers ball. And Celtics are going to challenge this one after it was called Sixers ball. So challenge coming here from Boston. Matt Croner. Why would you want to cover this shit on Tuesday? Because I'm always here no matter what, man. I'm here no matter what. Except for when the NFL draft was happening. Obviously, I couldn't be here for that one. But if I'm able to do the games, man, I'm going to do the games. Doesn't matter what the results are, what the situations are. As frustrated as I can be, man, I'm still going to be here. Cleek might be a conspiracy by the players to get Nurse and Morey fired. No, if they wanted them fired, they'd be fired anyways. So, like, the Magic might upset the Pistons in the first round of the playoffs. I think Mosley's still going to get fired, their head coach. Sipin, I've been rooting for them since Dr. J and Moses. That's an OG right there, man. Seen a lot of Sixers basketball. Unfortunately, not a lot of success since then, really, since the Dr. J and Moses Malone days. Same for Latoon, loyal since Doc and Moses. Andrea, diehard Sixers fan here. So y'all, the diehards get it, man. And Matt says, I'll be here too. I appreciate y'all, man. The diehards, no matter what happens. But this is embarrassing. We're in another commercial break as they review this out of bounds call. It was challenged by Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics. God, if they had just won game 3, could have been so different. They would have been up 2-1. Even if you have a stinker like this, then it's 2-2. You're still tied. And I bet if they're up 2-1 instead of down 2-1, this game goes differently. It's inexcusable, though, if you're Philadelphia, to be the team who's down in this series. You have a big game 4 at home, and Boston's just coming out with so much more of a sense of urgency from the start than you did. Inexcusable. Sit Embiid down, ride it out with Adem. Melissa block some shots and protect the basket. Adem Bona stinks. Embiid hasn't been very good. Since the start of the game either. No one's been very good though, so can't blame just one guy. It's been everybody. I mean, VJ's 1 of 7, Maxey's 3 of 8, Embiid's 3 of 12, Oubre's 0 of 5, George is 3 of 8. I mean, dude. I'll tell you what, somebody earlier in the stream asked me about the Sixers' future and their offseason and how I thought that was all going to look, and I didn't want to talk about it, but we might be talking about it sooner rather than later. Is there another game on right now? Any other playoff action going on? Now, Raptors took down the Cavs earlier today. There's a team in the Raptors fighting back, tying up that series. Spurs beat the Blazers. They're up 3-1 in the series. We got Rockets-Lakers tonight. Lakers looking to sweep the Rockets. Back in action, Jaylen Brown short on the jumper after the call got overturned. VJ Edgecombe drives in, hangs, layup no good. He'll be fouled by Neemias Queta. So VJ will go to the line. It's number 4 on Queta. When do the Flyers play tonight? When do the Flyers play? I'd be lying if I said I was a big hockey guy. Flyers play tomorrow. All right. They're up 3-1 trying to close that out. VJ's first free throw is good. Both free throws good for VJ. This is an ass kicking, man. Tatum with it. Up top, guarded by George. Tatum backs him down, gets in the paint, puts up a tough jumper. And just an unbelievable shot there from Tatum. Embiid hands it off to PG. PG pulls up for 2. Too strong on the jumper. Embiid grabs the offensive rebound. He's fouled by Derrick White and knocks down the shot. What a crazy shot there from Joel Embiid. Grabbed the offensive rebound. White was trying to grab it as well, and Embiid got it first and put up the jumper. Just threw it up. Somehow got it to go. So a 3-point chance for Joel. Embiid isn't moving right. I think he's moving fine. He's also wearing a huge wrap around his midsection, so I'm sure that impacts it a little bit. But I thought he's looked fine physically tonight. It just hasn't been making shots. Free throw is good. Tatum, guarded by VJ, gets inside, back out to Vooch, swings to Pritchard, guarded by Grimes here. Pritchard wants to go ISO on Grimes. He gets in the paint, little step back, fadeaway jumper, around and out. Finally misses a shot and beat on the rebound here. Here's George, spins, ball's knocked away. Sixers fumble with it into the hands of Derrick White. I mean, how do you not maintain possession of that ball? Tatum drives in, kicks out to White, who gives it right back to JT. Look at a screen from Vucevic. Working on George, sidestep 3. Good defense from George. Tatum airballs the 3. Embiid just slows us down. They haven't really been going to him in the second half. He's just been setting screens. The Sixers can't make a damn shot. There's Maxey off the Embiid screen. Right as I say that, pulls up for 3. So, cuts the lead to 20. I keep saying, like, can the Sixers make a push? Can they go on a little run? Every time they get a couple, they just give it right up. Sixers go to a zone here. Tatum, I mean, Maxey ended up on Tatum in the zone. Tatum just backed him down into the paint and drew a foul. So he'll go to the line. That's a problem. The Sixers do not do a good enough job of making sure Maxey doesn't end up on either Tatum or Brown. They just seem to let it happen every single time. Tatum knocks down the first free throw. I don't know what you want Maxey to do. He's not a good enough defender or big enough to guard Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown, but he seems to always be on one of them somehow. The Sixers just cannot let that happen. Got to put the pride aside if you're Maxey and just say, you know what, I can't guard these guys. Let me do whatever I can to not be guarding them. But they just let it happen every possession. Tatum up to 15 points. Here is Paul George attacking Vucevic. Drives in, shot blocked. George gets it back. Layup, good. Tatum on Maxey again in the zone. Brown gets inside on the zone. Easy layup. Get out of the zone. The zone sucks. Just get out of it. It's awful. It's awful. Get out of the zone. I respect trying it for a couple possessions. It's horrendous. Embiid gets a good look at it from 3. His foot was in the line, so of course it's only a 2. Sixers go back to the zone. No, they're in man now. Thank God. Jaylen Brown one-on-one on Quentin Grimes. Spins. Paul George comes to help. Finds an open Tatum in the corner. Sidestep 3 over Maxey is good. Grimes out to Embiid. Thought about the 3. Instead, he'll take a little midi. Knocked it down over Vucevic. I'm glad that Embiid's starting to find a rhythm when the Sixers are down by 21. Tatum and Brown have all 22 points for the Celtics in this third quarter. Here's Pritchard looking to get in the board. He does. Knocks down the 3. This game's over. I'm declaring it here with 3:30 left to go in quarter number 3. This game is over. Sixers down 81-57. Of course, we're not going anywhere. Sixers turn it over. Oh, VJ Edgecombe was able to track it down. Paul George hits a corner 3. That's good. Maxey trying to tell the Sixers to settle down, calm down, but you're down 21, you can't get a stop. I don't know. Here's Tatum now. He has Embiid on him. Oh, I've seen this too many times. They sent a double. Great cross-court pass leads to a wide-open Peyton Pritchard 3. I just don't understand why we're leaving Peyton Pritchard wide open every time, man. That's a bold strategy from the Sixers. They say, you know what, let's just let Peyton Pritchard shoot 3s all damn game long, huh? Embiid will take a 3. That's good. Can't trade baskets. I broke my pen. That's good. Tatum working with it again on Paul George. That's going to be an offensive foul on Tatum. Once again, shoved the forearm into Paul George. Oh yeah, this thing is all the way broken. Sixers down 84-63. 2:12 left to go in quarter number 3. Here's Grimes. Tough fadeaway jumper for 2 is good. Sixers back under 20 now. It's a 19-point ball game. Jaylen Brown's going to be fouled on the attack. Andre Drummond back in the game, so good to see him back after he left earlier with a hip injury where it looked like he was in pretty significant pain. And with the Celtics in the bonus, Brown will go to the line here to shoot a couple free throws. First free throw, good. Oh, when's the Derby? No, it's on Saturday. Now, potential Sixers Celtics Game 7 would also be Saturday, but we'll see. After the made free throws from Jaylen Brown, here's Maxey. Tough spin jumper is good. Sixers finally getting a little something going on offense, but it doesn't matter because they can't get a stop. They're just going back and forth. Brown fouled by Drummond on the drive. He'll go back to the free throw line. Third foul on Andre. The officials might look at this for a possible hostile act. Yeah, it's going to be a flagrant on Andre Drummond. Drummond made no play on the ball as Jaylen Brown drove in. He gave him a little shoulder check. That's going to be a flagrant foul. Yeah, Kenneth. I am excited to see you year 2 VJ Edgecombe getting a full off season with the Sixers, having been in the NBA. Cleek, teams that come back down 3 on the playoffs, you never know. Yeah, look, I mean, you never know. Again, I never want to say anything's over until it's over. So, this game, the series, until it's over, I never want to say it is. But the Celtics have never in their history lost a playoff series after being up 3-1. And yeah, they're going to call a flagrant 1 on Drummond. He looks shocked. I'm not surprised. Celtics have never lost a playoff series when up 3-1. Sixers have never won a playoff series when down 3-1. Now, there's, a first for everything, but exactly, Fleas. Possible, not probable. Possible, not probable. Jaylen Brown will get a couple free throws and Celtics will keep the ball. Cleek, I believe in miracles. Hey, I love it, man. Keep the faith, keep the belief. Look, if they end up losing this game, which they probably do, again, I'll be back at it Tuesday for game number 5. And from the very tip of that game, I'll be thinking that they have a chance to win. And I think if they start these games better, they showed in game 2 they can beat the Celtics team. Brown misses the second free throw. If only we'd won game 2. Oh, that's a Celtics fan saying that. Well, you didn't. If only we'd won game 3. It can go both ways. Garza at the top, over to Pritchard. A lot of bench players out there right now for Boston. Pritchard, step back, midi, good over Grimes. Just been unconscious. The Sixers have no bench players that can do what Pritchard's doing right now. Maxey, off the Embiid screen, he'll take a deep 3, rims out. Or a Drummond screen, I should say. Embiid not in the game. Jaylen Brown, that's going to be an offensive foul as he hit Grimes in the face off the step back. Nurse is going to ask the refs to review this because he hit him in the face. I don't think they're going to. Yeah, he smacked Grimes in the face there. They're going to review this too. My God. I think it should be a flagrant. I mean, you hit him in the face, so. So refs are looking at this for a potential flagrant foul here on Jaylen Brown as he smacked Quentin Grimes in the face. Goat nuts. I admire your passion, young fella. Been a fan for 50 years, always will be. I appreciate it, man. Wow, they're going to say no flagrant foul even though he made contact to the face. I thought contact to the head neck area is automatically a flagrant. I guess not. Nurse is shocked. But I appreciate it, man. You know, I'm really passionate about this team, and I want nothing more than to see them win. And especially when I feel like they have opportunities where they can win games, or they can at least play better, and they don't. You know, it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off. All right, Maxey going to be fouled on the drive. He'll go to the line. He got hit in the face as well. A couple free throws coming for Tyrese. Nate. I mean, again, yeah, I agree. I think if you go down 3-1, it's pretty much over. And as Flea said, possible, not probable. It's always possible, but yeah. I mean, and also McCain. It was an awful trade. They never should have traded McCain away, but just calling it how it is, he's barely playing for the Thunder in these playoffs. Maxey's free throws are good. Yeah, QG. I don't know. The Maxey no-show in the first half, I don't get it. Pritchard splits the double, drives in. I mean, easy layup. The Sixers are just a joke right now. George takes a contested three, gets it to go. They played better offensively in this third quarter. The problem is the defense has not been any better than it has been. Pritchard has 28, looking to add some more. Guarded by Drummond, step back two is money. Sixers down 93-72. Garza's going to foul Drummond on the perimeter. That'll be his fifth. So Drummond to the line here to shoot a couple. First free throw is good for Drummond. Look, this one's over, but could you imagine if they came back? Just imagine, because it's not going to happen, a world where they come back from this 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. That would be something. Drummond knocks down both free throws. 4 seconds, 3 seconds left in the quarter. Pritchard fouled by VJ with 0.9. .9 on the clock. And we foul Pritchard shooting the ball. I'll go to the line, man. If he's going to make another shot, he's going to make another shot. Why are you fouling with less than a second left, VJ? First free throw's good. Yeah, Nate, he definitely would be getting more minutes for the Sixers, but it is what it is. Free throw good for Pritchard. He's got 31 points. And Sixers go into the fourth down 95-74. Pritchard's him. You can't even spell his name right. You sound salty? Of course I'm salty. My team's down 21 to their biggest rival in the playoffs. You still spelled his name wrong, though. That's your guy. You can't even spell his name right, man? David LaBouffe. What's going on? Sixers couldn't score in the first half. Haven't been able to defend all game, really. Embiid started off with their first 8 points, and since then the offense has been awful. Maxey started off super slow. VJ's been really bad. Paul George has been really bad. Peyton Pritchard's been cooking the Sixers all night long. They've been getting out rebounded all night long. Nurse, just give Maxey the green light to shoot all his threes. I tried. I tried to get you. I try to get you. Being a fan of this team is just a continuous test of willpower. It is, man. Being a Sixers fan is tough, dude. It's tough. At least we got some playoff games this year after last year and how disastrous that was. Q Genius, I don't like Maxey's body language. Something is up. Yeah, I've been talking about this whole game. Like, Maxey hasn't looked right, obviously, from a pure scoring output, at least early. He's been better as of late. He's got up to 17 now and 5-11 from the field. But in that first half, wasn't shooting the ball. And he was like, every time there was free throws, he would go and sit down on the sideline, like taking a chance to get off his legs and rest. I don't know if he's sick. I don't really know what exactly is going on, but he hasn't been right. I've been saying it. I wouldn't be surprised if Maxey is dealing with an illness. Legos, is there any chance of a comeback? I mean, is there a chance? Sure. Is it likely? No. Latu and being a Philly sports fan is just that. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles won it all a couple of years ago. They're a pretty perennially good franchise. Phillies, disaster class this year. Flyers, very exciting. At least the Flyers are exciting. Nush, it's not even about winning at this point. Show us some damn heart. Yeah, man, that's what frustrates me the most is when it looks like this team isn't giving it their all. And to start the game, I don't think they were, which is so frustrating, dude. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter action. Getting going right now. Celtics up 95-74. Peyton Pritchard looking to add to his career night. Gets it to Tatum. He'll take a deep three over Oubre, and he gets it to go. Oh, no. Hauser hip checks Embiid. He takes a hard fall. Taking his time getting up, kind of in the area with the oblique and the... Yeah, I mean, that's a dirty play by Hauser, man. That's a dirty play by Sam Hauser. Going right to the side of Embiid where he was dealing with the oblique, dealing with the appendectomy. I mean, are you kidding me? You're up by 24. And you're putting your shoulder right into my guy's side. Embiid finds Grimes. What a pass in the corner. Grimes just airballs it. It's going to be a shot clock violation. I mean, it'll be Celtics ball. They actually picked it up before the shot clock expired. Here's Tatum. Gets it to Queta. A little hook shot over Embiid is good. Embiid's the only one that gives a shit at this point. I mean, it's unbelievable. Cleek, I'm glad I'm not watching. I might throw my TV out of the second floor window. Oubre's shot is blocked by Queta. Ball goes out of bounds. Be Boston ball. Yeah, I got a lot of fancy, expensive equipment in front of me, so I can't break any of this, but it's so frustrating. Tatum fouled in a 3. It's good. 4-point play for Jayson Tatum. I don't even know where the foul is. Doesn't matter. Whatever at this point. Another point there where, again, I don't know where the foul was. Doesn't really matter. He made the 3 anyways. He makes the free throw. 4-point play for Tatum. Celtics lead is 30. Maxey to Embiid. Embiid drives in. His layup is no good. He taps it back up and in. There's actually VJ. I think they're going to count with the bucket. Tatum working on Embiid. He throws it up. Try to throw a lob to Queta. Queta wasn't paying attention. Now Maxey drives in. His layup is good. His finger is hurting. He's holding his finger. I think something's wrong with his splint. He's trying to foul. Instead, it's going to be a Walsh 3. Hauser, now a deep 3 is no good. Maxey grabs it, and there's something wrong with his hand. He can't dribble with his right hand. He's got to call a timeout. There's something wrong with Maxey's hand. Oh, the splint came off. Maxey's splint came off of his finger. And they found it. Maxey will put it back on. Yeah, he lost the splint, so he had to call a timeout. All right. If the Sixers cut it to 10 before this game gets to 5 minutes left, then it's something. I mean, they're down 26 with 9 minutes to play. All right, timeout Sixers, as Maxey called that, to get the splint fixed on his finger. That just lets you know how messed up his finger is, that he can't even dribble with his right hand if the splint isn't on. He's probably going to have surgery in the offseason on that finger. Which, again, that also could be impacting his poor play at times in the series. While we have a break in action, one more time, I want to take an opportunity to tell you about our sponsor for today's show, that is Prize Picks. Today's show brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Postseason basketball is here. No better way to cash in on the action than with our friends at Prize Picks. Super easy to use. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You choose flex play or power play, and you're on your way. If you want some inspiration for your picks, you can give me a follow on the app now with their new social feeds feature. You can also follow your friends that use Prize Picks and copy lineups in just one click. My username @JChip. You can see my lineups there before I have them here on the show. And a great offer now for new users. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups. That link is hanging out in the chat, and it's in the description of today's live show as well. For an example of how a lineup works, my lineup is already a big-time loser, like the Sixers are right now. But an example of how it works, I had $10 to win 60 on this 3-pick power play. Derrick White, less than 22.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's only got 10, so that one looks good there. But I took Pritchard, less than 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 38, smashing that. And then Maxey, more than 38 points, rebounds, and assists. He's working his way there. He's at 27, but it doesn't matter. I did power play, meaning I had to get all my picks right, and I did not because of Pritchard. So that's how it works. Want to give another shout out to our recent subscribers, up to 25,655 subs here tonight. Sixers coverage all year long. That's 100% free. We'll be live again on Tuesday for game number 5. Oh, Maxey hit his finger on the backboard. That's how he lost the splint. Hope the finger's okay. But hit that sub button if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed. We're back in action. And Embiid's going to get a good look from 3, well short. Pritchard inside, out to Shireman. Baylor Shireman for 3. Got it. Maxey over to Embiid. He'll hand it off to Grimes. Grimes resets to Tyrese. He'll take a deep 3. Got that one to go. Good shot there from Maxey. Make it 22 now for Maxey. Tatum going to be called for another offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder into the body of Quentin Grimes. Or Kelly Oubre, I should say. So turnover. Sixers take over. Grimes coming off the Embiid screen. Gives it to Joel. Embiid inside. Hook shot is good. Leads down to 24 now. Pritchard will take a deep 3 over Embiid. Airballs it. Queta's there for the rebound, and he's fouled by Grimes. Look, I don't expect Grimes to be able to box out and hold off Queta, but you could at least give some effort. Just something, man. Anything. First free throw is good for Queta. Second free throw, good as well. $109.83. Here's Embiid. Lobs it up to VJ. VJ can't get the layup to go. Gets his own rebound. Gets it back to Embiid. Embiid, hook shot, good. Embiid up to 26 now on the night. Sixers still down by 24. Derrick White, step back 3. Got Embiid switched on to him. Nailed it. Embiid up top. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey, good look from 3. In and out. Well, if there's any positives from this game, which was not a lot, I mean, Embiid has played a lot of minutes. His numbers look pretty good. I think, a lot of that's kind of come, well, this game's been pretty much over. Celtics get another offensive rebound. They miss. Embiid this time grabs the rebound. Grimes drives in. Layup is good. A lot of Embiid's production as of late, after the first few minutes, have come in when the game's pretty much been over, but it's good that he's played a lot of minutes at the very least. Maxey got going a little bit in the second half. Paul George has been nowhere to be found all game. Pritchard back cut, met by VJ. Dribbles it back out to Tatum. Tatum takes a deep three and hits. (21 of 46 from three are the Celtics. Embiid will take a three. No good. It's the one area where he's been pretty awful tonight is from three. The Celtics almost have more made threes than the Sixers have attempted. VJ's going to foul Tatum. 5:31 to play. Tatum good in the first free throw. Somebody lost a shoe. Gotta wonder if Nurse will pull the starters at some point soon with the Sixers down now 30. And Embiid will head to the bench. His night will be done. And yeah, it'll be mostly bench guys out there along with Maxey and VJ. Maxey, VJ, Grimes, Edwards, and Bona for Philadelphia. Grimes drives right past White, slams it home, falls over. That was a scary fall after the dunk. Luckily, he's okay. I imagine Boston will put in a lot of their backups soon, too. Tatum, White, Pritchard, Walsh, Shireman out there. Pritchard drives in to Shireman to Walsh. Walsh for three. No good. Derrick White, offensive rebound, stolen away by VJ. Up ahead to Grimes. Grimes going ISO. Grimes drives and he's fouled. This is where Grimes cooks, baby. When it's garbage time, you know who's scoring the ball. It's Quentin Grimes. He'll get his when the game is over. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So Embiid finishes playing 34 minutes, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 9 of 21 from the field. Looked good early, looked good in garbage time. Pretty bad in between that. But, I mean, all things considered, his first game in a while as Grimes misses a free throw. His first game in like 20-something days. It's not his fault you lost this game, dude. They weren't guarding Peyton Pritchard early. Tyrese Maxey wasn't being aggressive early. And nobody could score. VJ was really bad all game. Paul George was invisible all game. People will find a way to blame Embiid because people hate Joel Embiid. And they think just because he came back, that's why the Sixers lost this game, as if they didn't also get blown out in game one. Pritchard, as Maxey comes out, Trenton Watford into the game. Barlow in as well. Here's Pritchard looking to add to his career night. Drives it on Bona. Shot blocked by Barlow. 4 to shoot. So we'll look ahead to game 5 here. Sixers backs against the wall. Going to be down 3-1 going back to Boston. And what is Bona doing? Dalen Terry is going to check in. I think Bona just walked off the floor into the locker room. Sam Hauser, no good on a 3. Rebound goes to Barlow. We got Celtics fans in the chat. Should block him. Jabari Walker, corner 3, way off. Good God, that was a brick. Reserves in for the Sixers. Pritchard out to Hauser. He'll take a deep three. He'll knock it down. "22 threes made for Boston, a playoff record for them. Ties Boston's playoff record with 22 made threes. Walsh can't hit that one. Watford inside. Right hand floater's good. I'm sure the Celtics are going to try to set this record with one more three. Hauser to the corner. Shireman for the record. Way off. Edwards rebound up ahead to Watford. Watford layup fouled. And we'll have a timeout here with 2:48 left to play. So, look, I mean, looking ahead to game number 5 here. You know, how do you build off of what Embiid did tonight? 26, 10, and 6. 9 of 21 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3. I think, you know, he obviously looked good early, right? That's expected. He's going to come out aggressive, look good early on. It was a close game the first few minutes, but really didn't do much in quarter 2, quarter 3. Started to pick it up when the game was pretty much out of hand. And so, you know, how do you get more consistent play out of Embiid? How do you kind of get the team to play better as a whole with Embiid back in there now? I think Maxey has to be way more aggressive early on. I mean, there's just no way for the Sixers, right, that Maxey takes 3 shots in the first half while you're down as much as you were. He just has to be more aggressive. And again, you know, I thought the body language was weird from Maxey, a guy that isn't usually like that. Just a strange night from him. Numbers end up looking okay, but who really cares? Look, again, Paul George's numbers won't end up looking that bad either. But I thought he sucked tonight. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 from 3. I thought he was awful tonight, quite frankly. Couldn't buy a shot early in the game either. And just never really felt his presence in this game at all. So, again, the numbers don't look bad, but thought it was a bad game for him. The numbers do look bad for VJ Edgecombe. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Look, he's a rookie at the end of the day. Had an amazing game, too. You shouldn't have to rely on VJ Edgecombe, a rookie, to be the guy to come out and perform. Now, obviously, you want better than this, right? And he's capable better than this. But, I mean, if there's anyone you can excuse a bad performance, it is the rookie. But, you know, George, Maxey, and B, they've all just got to be better. It's just really no excuse. Kelly Oubre was absolutely horrendous tonight, at least offensively. He did some decent things defensively, but didn't hit a shot from the field. 2 points coming from free throws. He was questionable coming into the game with a adductor/groin injury. I don't know if he was feeling the effects of that, but he was bad. And nobody else did a damn thing. This just can't happen. This just can't happen. 32 from Pritchard. I mean, are you kidding me? He had a great game 3 as well, scoring the basketball. I just don't understand how he gets so many open looks. And some of the shots he hit were contested, but what happened is early on, he got a couple open looks that were wide open. That kind of led him oh, wow. He got a couple open looks to start the game, and that kind of got him going. Then from there, he was able to get into a rhythm and make some shots off the dribble, but you just can't give him those wide open shots to start the game. I mean, as a whole, what the Celtics end up shooting from 3? 22 of 51. So Celtics won game 1, 123-91. Going to be very similar to this score. Sixers won game 2, 111-97. Boston won a decisive game 3, 108-100. Now they're going to sprint away with this one. The rebounding battle was atrocious. They hit a bunch of threes. Just typical Celtics basketball. And the Sixers had no juice. Ron Harper Jr. comes in and hits a 3. Sixers turn it over. Going to be a foul called first. Nurse made no adjustments to stop the threes. Well, I don't like. I'm going to keep going back to game 2 because the Celtics just missed a lot of threes in game 2, but I thought the Sixers did a great job defending the 3 in game 2. I don't know what changed. Jabari Walker inside for 2. They played with such an intensity and effort and motor in game 2 that they just have not played with in this game. They played hard in game 3 as well. Unfortunately, couldn't close it out. But I don't know what happened today, man. Just an embarrassment. And they're going to say the same things. We got to come out with more effort. We got to be more focused. Blah, 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 blah. Say what you want as much as you want. All the talk, it doesn't matter until it leads to a result on the floor. I'm sure they know what to do. That's great, you know? I'm sure they know what they would like to do to beat Boston. Doesn't mean you can execute it. Max Shulga knocks down a corner 3. Celtics have set a new franchise record for three-pointers made in a playoff game. They're 24 of 53 tonight from 3. Dominic Barlow's going to put up a corner 3. No good. Walker with the rebound. Walker puts up a little hook shot. No good. Under a minute to play. We're almost done. Hugo Gonzalez turns it over. Walker, corner 3 is off. Celtics rebound. It's embarrassing that Embiid was the Sixers' best player tonight. He had an appendectomy 17 days ago. What is everybody else doing? Doesn't make any sense. Embiid tonight, 26 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. Couldn't shoot from 3, but was decently effective all night. He had an appendectomy 17 days ago. Why is he the most effective player on the floor for Philadelphia? It's embarrassing to everybody else. And I'm not trying to say Embiid played a perfect game. He had his definitely bad moments. He went on a stretch in that second, third quarter where he couldn't hit a shot. They're going after him defensively. I'm not trying to say he was phenomenal, right? But when you consider the circumstances and everything, it's just... Maxey, again, numbers look fine. I'm not going to rehash it. He wasn't good. Edgecombe, George. Final team stats look like this. Sixers shoot under 50% from the field, just 33 of 80, just 9 of 30 from 3. Well, the Celtics shoot nearly 50% from the field, 42 of 87, 24 of 53 from 3. Unbelievable. They get out-rebounded 51-30. Sixers lose. 128-96, setting up a Game 5 elimination game for the Sixers on Tuesday in Boston. Sixers down 3-1. What will they do to be able to keep this series alive on Tuesday? We'll see. We'll be live for that game, though, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. I know it was a very disappointing night for the Sixers. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. All right. That'll do it. Again, some more coverage to come all throughout the week. Till next time, guys. I'll see you. Y'all have a great night.